Bandai, what have you done? Okay, we now officially have the alternative artworks of the new OP-14 leaders, and guys, they look so ugly. I mean, it it reminds me a little bit on the OP-08 alt art leaders, which were also very, not all of them, but Marco was definitely not a very good alt art leader version. And especially Gecko, what did they done with Gecko? He looks like a very bad CGI production version of Gecko Moria. I mean, look at the custom made alt art versions. They are so beautiful. Even Gecko looks a little bit goofy. It it's fine. It fits totally to the leader, but I have no idea why we are going to get something like this. I mean, yeah, Law is maybe okay. Dove is also fine, and also Miyagi is okay, but the other ones, especially Gecko, is so ugly. Anyways, today we will look at the new cards. So just go to the top and start with the newest league, which is Don't Worry, I'm Here, Leave Things to Me. Again, it took us the blue event for Jinbei, and it has a main effect, which is all your Fishman or Merfolk type leader and character card gains 1000 power until the end of this turn. This is pretty fine. If you have a full board, that means for 2 Dawn you are able to have at least a cost of 5 Dawn or a use of 5 Dawn. Seems to be okay. Then we have Shamblaze. 3 cost red event. It's for Trafalgar, the new Trafalgar leader, and the ability is main. Choose 2 of your opponent's characters with a base power of 9000 or less. Until the end of the turn, swap the base power of the 2 characters. So that means you are able to, let's say your opponent has a small search on board, which is mostly 2k or 1k, and he has a big character up to 9k. So you're able to get rid of the character for just 3 Dawn, because then the character is becoming 1 or 2k, which is easy 5k swing to remove him. We got also a new Dr. Hogback 4 cost 5k and 1k counter, so it's actually like the OG Hogback, the black one, and it has an on KO, play up to 1 character with cost of 4 less and trigger other than Dr. Hogback from your trash, so you are not restricted to thriller bug characters, but it needs to have a trigger, which is totally fine. And the trigger ability is play up to 1 of your thriller bug type character cards with a cost of 4 less from your trash rested. So you need to put him to trash, of course, because you're using the trigger ability, but then you're able to cheat out another 4 cost or less character. This one is restricted, Thriller Bark Pirates, out of the trash. Then, new 3 cost Sindri, which is just a blocker, and trigger play up to 1 of your Thriller Bark Pirate type character cards with a cost of 4 less from your trash. So, seems not to be a very strong card. I think that's a card that you mainly are not going to play, or at least as a 1 or 2 off. Then we have Miss Valentine. When I was small child, I really liked her because yeah, she's beautiful. Miss Valentine Mikita, I didn't know her real name. Seems to be a searcher. 1 cost 2k power, 1k counter. On play, if your leader has the Barak work type, look at the 4 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Barak works, including type other than Miss Valentine Mikita, and add it to your hand. Then trash rest. Okay, so normal searcher, a normal black searcher. like brand new. Then we have a new Monet, 5 cost, 6,000 power. She has 2 abilities on play. If your leader has the Don type, add up to 1 Dawn card from the Dawn deck, and this is active, so you can active ramp 1, which means she's technically just a 4 cost. And on KO, draw 2 cards and trash 1 card from your hand. Then add up to 2 Dawn cards from your Dawn deck and rest them. Okay. So that means, I mean, the lead ability allows you to, for Dawn -1, to switch a target. So you can draw and trash 1 card from, then add up to 2 Dawn cards. Wow, that's crazy. So you play her on your 5 Dawn turn, right? Then you have the possibility to add 1 Dawn, so you are on 6 Dawn. Then you pass and your opponent attacks you. You use lead ability -1. You're back to 5. She's going to get KO'd. You can draw 2 cards. So you get 1 new card and are able to filter another card. Then add up to 2 cards, Dawn cards from your Dawn deck and rest them. So you're going up to 7, which is very strong. So I think this card would be 3 or 4 off. We have a new Monkey D. Luffy film character. 3 cost, 3k, 1k counter. You turn all your green straw hat type characters with an original cost of 4 more gains 1000 power. Okay, I would assume it's a new film Uta support. And the second effect is once per turn, if your straw hat type character were to be KO'd by any opponent's effect, you may rest one of your characters instead. So pretty strong card. You can push all of your characters and you can protect them. X-Drake Vanilla 5/7. Opponent's turn once per turn. Vanilla stats. Sorry. Opponent's turn once per turn. If your supernova type character were be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may instead give your leader -2000 power during this turn. Dawn ×1 when attacking, give up to one of your opponent's characters during this turn. Okay. I'm not sure about the first ability. Maybe something you're not going to use often because it's -2k during this turn, which means your leader is going down to 3k. So I mean, your opponent can force you to use the lead ability, the character ability, and then he can swing very high into your leader without adding any down to the character. So the when attacking effect is totally fine. The stats are also good, 5 and 7. No counter, of course. So could be a 2 or 3 off in Law's deck. Maybe also 4 off, but I think the first part with the opponent's turn ability is not very good. Then we have Brick Bat. It's 1 cost, Thrillbark Pirates. Counter up to one of your leader or character cards with Thrillbark Pirates type gains 3000 power during this battle. So, yeah, just 3k plus and pay up to one of your Thrillbark. Okay, so all the yellow new related Thrillbark cards will have a trigger ability which allows them to cheat out the character out of trash, right? Yeah, arrested. Then we have Pentachromatic String. It's 2 costs, the 2 cost event, counter up to one of your leader or character gains 4000 power during this battle. Then if your opponent has a character with 6000 power or more in play, add up to 1. Let's take interested. So it's new Thunder Bagua. It's not leader locked, so you can play him also in other purple decks, like maybe UP Luffy. It's okay for 2 cost. Maybe it's also, it helps out the green purple Dofi, I'm not sure. Sounds okay. We have a new Perona, also the same stats, but this is a 1k counter, not a 2k like the old OG Perona. On play and on KO, up to one of your opponent's characters with the cost of 6 or less cannot attack until your opponent's next end phase. Trigger, play up to one of your thriller block pirate type characters with a cost of 4 or less from your trash. Rested. Okay. It's okay. As I said, all of them are going to have a trigger like play a 4 or a 3 cost character out of trash rested. Mr. 3, he has also vanilla stats 4 and 6. Opponent's turn, once per turn. If this character will be KO'd, you may instead return 3 cards from your trash at the bottom of your deck in any order. Fine. Just a protection on the opponent's turn and once per turn. New Sugar 4 cost 1k. On play, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So you're able to ramp like Mr. 2. On KO, if your opponent has 6 or more Dawn cards on the field, play up to one of your no-other parents type character with cost 5 or less from your hand, which is strong. Yeah, you are going to ramp one, but with lead ability, you're going back to 4 or back to, depends on which Dawn turn you are. So the thing is, you're able to play out a 5 cost character. You are able to cheat out a 5 cost character and use her as a blocker. So, but then you lose 2 cards out of hand, and I don't like these abilities where you are going to cheat out something because she don't draw you any card. It's not like the Toki, which says which also is a 4 cost, and you can trash her to cheat out a 5 cost, but then Toki allows you to draw a new card. So I think that's a little bit a new Shirayoshi. 4 cost 0 power, like always. I think there's no Shirayoshi card which has more than 0 power. 1k counter, and she is a blocker and has on play, draw one card, and pay up to 1 Fishman or Merfolk type character with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. Uses Captain Kid 4, cost 5k, is a blocker. On play, if your leader has the Supernova type, play up to 1 red character with 2000 power or less from your hand. This is definitely a 4 off in the new red yellow law deck, because you need to have small character and a big character, and he helps you out to cheat out one of the small characters, so you are not going to spend any Dawn for these smaller characters, but you're able to cheat them out. So now I would say now the key cards of every deck are going to come. So we have 8 cost 10k power super rare Jin B, which has the ability, if you have discarded a card from your hand during this turn by any effect, this character gains rush. So we know Jin B lead ability is you can trash 1 card out of hand and then put 2 rested on the one of your Merfolk or Fishman characters. So you can trigger the ability with the leader. And outplay, you may rest 2 of your Dawn cards, draw 2 cards, and return 1 up to 1 character with cost 7 or less to its owner's hand. So the stats are nice. 0 counter, but you have an 8 cost with 10k power. He is rush. Technically, is rush. And the on-play seems also to be okay. But the problem is, he is coming way too late. Even in this meta where you have very strong, I'm talking about OP-13 meta, where you have a lot of strong end game decks like Blackbeard, like Emu, like Bonnie. I think the pace is way too slow to keep up with the other end game decks. So seems like Jimmy tries to be a end game deck, which there's no chance. You have very strong end game deck like the green ones, and special black decks like Emo and Blackbeard, and so mid or end game I don't see Jimby. We have a new Peruna key card for Mihawk. Super Rare Brona, 5 cost, 6k attack, and 1k counter. On play, up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less cannot become rested until your opponent's next end phase. And rested, that's very important, means they are also not able to block, because when you block, you need to rest the character. You switch the target of the attack to the block character, and to attack a character, we all know we need to rest it. It needs to be a rested character. That's why you need to rest. If you want to block, you need to rest the character. So that's fine. On KO, you may rest one of your cards, play up to one green character with the cost 5 or less from your hand, which is also very strong, because you may rest one of your cards means you can rest your stage, and we know now Miyok has a stage. You can rest in any small searches, so very strong effect. Mr. 2 Bon Curry. He's 4/5 on KO, play up to one character with a cost of 5 or below, including Baroque Works in its type other than Mr. 2 from your trash or your hand. Very, very, very bad. I think it's a very bad card. On KO, we are talking about on KO. We have the signature Gecko Moria card. It's 8 cost, 10k power, no counter. On play, you may play up to one character with cost of 4 less with the Thriller pirate type from your trash, or add it to the top of your life cards faced up, and trigger is the same. So technically you can heal up one, depends on the situation, you can heal up one life, put something with trigger, and then if your opponents manage to hit you, you can just activate trigger to cheat out another character. So it's fine. It's fine. There is the signature Boa Hancock 9 cost, 10k and 0 counter card. I'll play if your leader has the 7 Warlords of the C type. Add up to one card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. Then add up to one card from the top of your opponent's life cards to its owner's hand. Okay, that's strong. It's leader locked. 7 Worlds of the Sea, which I think she's the only yellow 7 Worlds of the Sea now. And you can heal up to one life. It's like a big 10 cost mom. Monkey D. Luffy SR. On play, look at the 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to one supernova type character, then Monkey D. Luffy. Add it to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. When attacking up to one of your opponent's characters against. So, as we know, you love to play small characters with law, because the small characters are going also to get value out of the lead ability. You are definitely mulligan into Luffy, because then you can play on turn 1 on him, and you can look for another higher, stronger character which are you going to play in the next 2 to 3 turns. So a very strong card, especially for the new law leader, and we all love law, and we all love law's Sean Blaze ability, which is which fits perfectly this new leader. So I love this card, very strong. I hope he's getting a cool alternative artwork, because we see all 3 captains, so hopefully we'll get something very cool. Then we have a new 10 cost, 10k Don Quixote de Flamingo super rare. On play, Don -3, choose one of the following. If your leader has the Don Quixote pirate type, go up to one of your opponent's characters with cost 8 or below. Up to 3 of your opponent's characters with cost 4 or less cannot become rested until their opponent's next end phase. So the problem is the first ability is not very strong. You can KO a 8 cost character. KO, not trash, just KO. Okay. And I mean, non-3 means you're going down to 7. Mm. And with little ability, you need to also do -1. You're going down to 6. And the second one, the tricky thing about the second ability, which I think is even worse than the first one, up to 3 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 7, so it's cost restricted or less, which is fine, cannot become arrested, which means you're going to target with this one the blockers, or you are going to target one of the new characters he played but in the late game. So that means when you're able to play this character, yes, you can ramp with Dofi leader, that's for sure, with the cards of the out of deck, that's for sure, but they need to be active. You can choose up to 3, but they need to be active because they are not able to get arrested. So the only targets I assume would be blockers, like 2 blockers, and 1 new character which the opponents just played. So sounds strong, sounds like the old OG green 10-10 Dofi, but it isn't as strong as the other one. The good thing is you can choose. That's the only good thing. I have no idea to say this word, to pronounce this word, coffin boat. As I said, Miyagi is going to get a stage. There is a stage, but unfortunately, the ability is on play. If you destroy Miyagi, draw 1 card, which is fine. End of turn, if you destroy Miyagi, set up to 1 dawn card active. So I was hoping that he gets something like, if this stage gets rested from another card, you can, I don't know, draw, or you can resend it on, something like that. But you can still use this stage to rest it for the other abilities, because we know Mihawk is looking for resting any card. So I think this stage will be definitely a 4-off in every Mihawk deck, because you are looking to have as much cards which you can rest and not care about them to be rested. Then we have some, I would say, not very important characters like Johnny. Your turn, when this character becomes arrested, go up to one of your opponent's arrested characters, which is very bad. I think it's even not a 2K, so not really something you're going to play. And Yosaku, your turn, when this character becomes arrested, choose up to one of your opponent's character. With the cost of 4 less, that character does not become active during this your opponent's. This is a little bit better, which you are maybe going to play as a 2-off at least. But why not give him these characters 2K counter? I mean, you're never going to attack with them, so make them 1K power and give them instead a 2K counter. But yeah, I'm not Bandai. 5 cost 6K Tashigi. Opponent's turn. If this character were to leave the field by your opponent's effect, you may instead rest 1 of your cards. Active main. Once per turn, you may rest 2 of your cards. This character gains 2000 power until the opening next end phase. What should I say? So that means she's able to become 8K. But you need to rest 2 of your cards, and I'm not sure. Don't really like the ability. It's not very. I mean, swing with 8 or swing with 6 does not really help you out in the most situations. Maybe in the end game, yes, but mostly. Kiko no Jo. End of turn, this character becomes active. Okay, so she looks like a card which you are going to play just to have as many cards to rest with the abilities, but she is a 2K. Shanks. Your turn. When this character is arrested, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with the original power of 7000 or less. Opponent's turn. If this character is arrested, all your opponent's characters get -1000 power. This is a strong card. I would say 2 or 3 up in Mihawk because you can play him out. You have a new target to rest, and even if he's rested, he gave you some value, and the stats are crazy 7-9. The opponent is not going to remove him. I need to attach at least all loans to swing into him, or let's say very, very high. So, strong card. So, your turn. When this character is rested, you may add the top card of your life to your hand. If you do, up to one of your opponent's character or stage do not become active during the next refresh phase. So, could be tech card for the Miro. So, Mihawk against Mihawk. Because he tried to stun the cards like a stage, so he don't have enough targets to rest. Rindo, open its turn, on KO, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life pile, then take 1 damage. Okay. So the trigger is sure you can play him here, but open its turn, on KO, add up to 1 card. Deck to the top of your life pile, then take 1 damage. It's a little bit strange. Then take 1 damage. Where are you going to take the damage? From the top over the bottom of life? I think this is a translation. Gorgon Sisters. 6-5, so and the 2k. Oh my god. Active main. Once per turn, you may reveal 3 cards with type Amazon Lily or Kuja Pirates from your hand. You may attach up to 1 rested dawn each to all of your leaders and characters. Not the strongest card. You may trash this character, one of your opponent's character with 0 cost against me. Also not a very card we're going to play because it's just 2k with a not very strong ability. Mr. 5. And if you saw the latest chapter, you know that his Devil Fruit, one of the Rocks pirates, one of the Rocks crew member has the same fruit that Mr. 5 have. On play, if there is a character with cost 0 or 8 above in play, draw 2 cards and trash cards. Okay, so I think with this support, unfortunately, Crocodile is going to be a very bad leader. On KO, Don -1, KO or rest up to one of your opponents with. Okay, so why should you choose between KO and the resting? Question number 1. And question -1 done. It hurts because you're never going to play him on 3, right? Because when you play him on 3, then you need to use -1 for lead ability to make him a new target, and then another -1 to use the ability which put you down to 1 done. Unfortunately, it looks like Dofi is going to be not the best leader as I was hoping, especially not with this kind of supports. Maybe if you try to build it in a different way, then for sure. On KO, add up to 1 down card from the down deck and the rest is then KO. Then look at the top 4 reader, add it to your hand, then place any card at the bottom of the deck in any order. Searcher. It's a searcher, yeah. Fisher Tigers, 6-7. On play, if your leader has the Fishman type, draw 2 cards. That's a 4-up. That's for sure a 4-up. End of turn, discard cards from your hand until you have 5 cards in hand. Oh, okay. That's actually not very good because that means you need to do it every turn. So you look with Jimbei to stay around these 5 cards, which is okay. With lead ability, you are able to maybe handle the situation. Let's say you're on 5, you play him, then you go up to down to 4 because you play him, then up to 7 because you draw 3 cards. You use lead ability, you go down to 6, so 1 card is off, which means you hopefully can play it. Otherwise, you need to trash it. Wadatsumi. This character cannot attack. It's 3k, 3 cost 5k. If you have this card, a card from your hand during this turn, so with a little bit you're able to swing for vanilla stats, but 2k. Okay, guys, I think that's it. These are all new cards which are now revealed. Let me know what are you thinking about the new cards, especially about these horrible artworks. I'm so sad we are going to get these ugly artworks. And Jinbei, Croc are going, in my opinion, to definitely going to be the worst leaders in this OP-14 set. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, and see you next time. 久しぶりだな。